Hey guys, it's Edwin here, and I hope you had a wonderful day. Today I'll be answering this question where someone asked, like, why is it that I choke only on fluids when I drink fluids? Fluids here means that when I drink juice, when I drink water. So it's very, very like contradictory that someone is choking on fluids but they are not choking on solids, right? Because when you look at it logically, it would be logical to choke on a solid because a solid will get stuck there. But a liquid will be like a liquid will just flow. So the main reason actually is the cause or the correlation of that liquid. The mind is putting that there is a correlation between that liquid you are about to consume and what led to your fear. For example, let's say you were drinking. I saw this example. Someone was drinking water while they were watching a movie. So when you're drinking water, let's say when you're lying down and watching a movie and you're not really focused on how you are putting it in your mouth, you may choke, or the water will go to the wrong way, which is now it will go to the airway, right? So that incident may be a near-death experience to you because you really panic, like you really panic, like, hey, you're choking. So now, when the mind has not fully processed or gotten out of that cycle of fear, which happened in that moment you are drinking water when you're watching a movie, the mind will now feel that, hey, to keep this person safe, let's avoid fluids, or let's be on high alert when this person is taking fluids. And sometimes fluids can even be saliva, because I've seen people say that even I fear choking with my saliva. So choking, or this fear of choking, which develop because of or which someone ends up feeling that they are afraid of fluids, is mostly as a result of the it's mostly like that a choking incident was a fluid. Hope that makes sense. So incidents may shape up how you perceive your current experiences. Like a small incident like that may really make your whole experience with this fear of choking really immense. But the beauty is, that's why you also need to understand that if an incident can lead to this fear of choking, it simply means that changing the perception of this incident can also lead to you overcoming this fear of choking. Actually, that's the bright spot with this. And that's where most people get wrong, and most people really get lost with doing a lot of tests, a lot of this, even a lot of expensive surgeries from people I've interviewed. Like they do expensive surgeries, yet the instance which caused this fear is a psychological aspect, not a physical alteration. So why is it that something which is caused by a psychological fear is involving a physical changes in your system? That's where you really need to question and ask yourself, like, hey, I just had a choking incident and then this thing started, and I'm okay physically. Like, you're okay physically because you even lived for 10 years very, very okay. So it means that your airway is okay. There's nothing stuck on your airway, there's nothing stuck on your throat, everything is okay. There's only one thing which is stuck. It's in your head. Like, the fear is stuck in your mind, and that fear which is stuck in your mind is the same fear which doesn't want to go away, because this fear feels that it's keeping you safe from a threat. And now, to this fear, the threat is those fluids. So however much you want to really go for surgery or go for scans, the psychological fear will still be there. So the solution is really understanding or overcoming this psychological fear. And that's where therapy comes in. Therapy comes in to help you overcome this psychological fear. Because the moment you overcome this psychological fear, you realize that, actually, that choking incident where you were seated watching a movie and then the water went the wrong way is just a normal experience, and it's just a normal way your body is reminding you that, hey, you are drinking water with the wrong posture. But now the mind perceived that as, hey, this person is not taking care of themselves, and let me hold on to this fear or hold on to this perception that drinking fluids is dangerous so that it can keep you from choking. That's how most of psychological fears develop. A small incident, then the mind feels that, hey, I need to hold on to this just as a reminder or to keep this person safe. Hope that makes sense, guys. Deal with the psychological fear and you'll deal with the fear of choking. Until next time, a wonderful evening.